Okay, so today I guess I'm going to talk about the wackiness that happened over the weekend with the two mass shooters, one in Dayton and one in El Paso. And El Paso is in my home state. Um, okay, I have long said that the reason we've seen an uptick of these types of situations, excuse me, in the last 25 to 30 years is many factors. One of which is that 30 or 35 years ago, about 60 to 70% of this country, as in the United States, had a belief in God and would teach their kids morals and, what I would just generally call across the board faith-based. And about 2009, 2010, there was a book that came out by a person who was a minister. And he basically all but said that secular society is taking over, and that a country without a religious base is doomed to fail and doomed to be overrun. And at the time, I didn't give much thought to it because I've gone to church. I believe in a higher power. I don't know if I believe in God, but I believe in a higher power. I believe that there's something above us, okay? The second thing that I think has affected a lot of society is social media, and I've stated this time and time again. I was in my early to mid 20s when the internet launched, and I was in my late 20s when social media platforms like MySpace and Facebook and Friendster and My Life or whatever all really went mainstream. And for whatever reason, I could tell early on that it was going to have an impactful, it was going to have an impact on the younger generations coming up under me. And the reason I say that is because if you're the kind of person that's not popular in your school system, and I am one of those, I was not popular. I'm not the most beautiful woman in the world. I never said I was, and that's okay. But for those kids that are not the popular ones, the cool kids, they're going to dive more and more and more into social media, and they're going to find whatever reality that they need to have in social media and the internet, which is going to create a disconnect and an isolation effect. Now, when you take a person and you put them into an isolation type situation, let's say you drop them off in the middle of a desert for a month or 2 months, they're going to lose it, okay? Now, bringing that back to social media, if you have a child that literally lives their whole entire life inside social media, inside video gaming, inside all of that, they're going to completely disconnect. They're not going to see the value of life. And there's other factors that go into that as well. Another thing is parents are not being parents. Parents are not going and spending time with their kids outside of the home as much as they should. They're just letting modern technology be the babysitter for their kids. So there's a lot of factors on why there's an uptick in the quote-unquote mental illness factor. And people just need to be aware. If you start seeing your kids slowly start detaching from the family unit, they want to spend more time alone, they want to spend more time in their room, on their video games, on their tablets, on their iPhones, you need to get involved because that is an early sign that there's a problem. So that's my take on it. And I know that there's a lot of common sense people out there that agree with me on this, but just wanted to weigh in my 2 cents. Everyone have a great day. Bye.